Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, April 20th, 2021. My name is Karen Bodenschatz, and I serve as Associate Pastor at First Lutheran Church in Onalaska, Wisconsin, and this is my morning musing. So a while back, I signed a pledge that was put together and promoted by the King Center, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. It was founded by Coretta Scott King 3 months after Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. And their purpose is to promote and to educate people on the philosophy of nonviolence that Martin Luther King embodied. And so they have this Be Love pledge and this Be Love campaign that's all about that. That's grounded in nonviolent resistance, which is deeply grounded in our understanding of love, and especially God's love for all humankind. And so I signed that pledge, I think it was back in January, and then noticed that they had this 3-day training around this Be Love campaign. And it's the first of a series of trainings that a person can take who wants to learn more. And of course, I wanted to learn more. And so last night was the first of the 3 trainings that I'll be taking this week. And it was all about redefining love. And not that there's only one definition of love, but really wanting those of us who were in the training, there were 90 people on the call, understanding where they're coming from when they talk about love and this love that can transform the world. What I appreciated was it was a lot of some of the stuff that I already kind of knew, either from my own training and education, but also from just intuitively in the ways that I've been understanding scripture. But they kept talking about how love is active, is proactive, how love is living, breathing thing. And of course, that was stuff that Martin Luther said. And so we have thinking about this love that is an active love. There are 4 characteristics of this love that they talked about. That this particular love is powerful, is persistent, is passionate, and is postured. I love it when things start with the same letter. I love the alliteration. And the idea that, especially with power, that power without love is problematic, because then it becomes reckless and abusive. And I couldn't help but think of all the ways that people in our world are seeking power. And so many of those ways is power without love. And it ends up hurting a lot of people and feeling, to me anyways, quite reckless. So power needs love to help kind of rein it in, and love needs power. Otherwise, love just becomes kind of sentimental and anemic. But love and power together help us work toward justice. It becomes more people-centered. It becomes purposeful, this love. And I just really loved that idea. I especially loved this conversation around power, because power is my word for this year that was selected for me. And so really got me thinking a lot about how do we use power, and what does power mean, and especially power connected with love, because y'all know that I love to talk about and explore what it means to love God, love neighbor, love myself, and to put that with power and this purpose behind it. The other things that they talked about was persistence, passion, and postured. And the persistence was so key and is so key, especially for those of us who are trying to live this love in the world. And the speaker was talking about how this persistence is just always seeking justice. It always keeps in sight the least of these. It always is working toward what they call the beloved community. And that just keeps going, even if you don't see results, that you just persistently keep working toward this love, this community that is defined by this love. And passionate, that's pretty self-explanatory. But the other one was postured, and that this love is postured for creating beloved community no matter where they are. And so that, and I think that's how I would say that is how we are in the world, that we would live out this love, ready to love no matter what happens and no matter what comes at us in the course of the day, that we would be ready, we'd be postured for that. And so that's what's rolling around in my head. I'm still digesting all of this. I've got some reading to do before tonight, before our second session. But I really wanted to take a moment and share that with you as we consider again what it means to be anti-racist, what it means to work for justice. This is a really, I think, is going to be a really good defining moment that love and power together bring about justice. So I hope that was interesting to you. I am sure I will have more to talk about as I continue my way through this. But until then, be well, be kind, and remember that Christ is with you.